Alright, so I wanted to make this video because I was trying to research how to take out an axle on a Mazda 3 and I got no results. I have a 2008 Mazda 3. Basically, I'm just tell you really quick how to pull out this axle, and it'll be the same way putting it back in, so I won't show how to put it back in. But it was the easiest way for me to do it after going through the guessing game of how to pull it out. Anyway, it comes with this lug nut here, which is it's a 32 millimeter, and I straightened it out, but like right here in the middle, it's dented in. And if you look at it here, right here, it goes in here in this little indentation here. That will not allow you to spin that nut. some of the videos you see has a pin. This one doesn't come with a pin, it just has that little dent. So I stuck a regular basic dry nail and I just tapped it and hammered it to straighten it out, and it was pretty easy. I made it nice and round. Then I used a ratchet with some, I had to use a big, I actually used this piece right here, this long stick. I stuck it in my ratchet to give me some extra power, and I was able to crank it and move it and turn it off, twist it off. Once I did that, I started hammering it in because it was really tight, and I pushed it in enough where I could not pull this out still. So I unloosened this piece here, which is the stabilizer link, and I also came up here into the hood, came up into the hood and loosened the shock screws just to give me, this was pretty loose. After that, I just loosened them, I didn't pull it all the way out, and I pulled out, as you can see here, obviously the brakes. Pulled it to the side with a bungee cord to get it out of my way. Now, what did the trick for me to pull this thing out was the lower ball joint. I didn't pull it out from here. I don't like to do it because for some reason you always end up ripping the boot, and my boot is still good, so I didn't want to rip it. I ended up going under the car, which I'll show you now. And I loosened a bolt that's here, right? Mind you, this is still the lower ball joint. It's one big piece lowered here, and then there's two screws up here, 1, 2. Once you loosen this thing comes right off, nice and easy. When it came down, I was able to push it forward, and I have room to pull back on the axle. Now, my biggest problem was pulling this out of the transmission. I did drain the transmission. I'm not doing a full transmission flush or change because where is it at? It's over here. I just pulled it out, drained it. I got like 3 quarts, so I can just refill it back up, because when you pull this out, I don't know how much transmission fluid is going to come out of here, and I heard that a lot of it does come out through here. So I just used the plug, and I got 3 quarts, which is pretty expensive. It's like $10 a quart. And anyway, I could not get in here I could not pull this thing out at all. But what I did was I slowly pulled this piece off, right? This metal piece, I slowly pulled it off the rubber. You don't want to bust this rubber seal, you know. That was another thing. I couldn't see any videos with where they did actually begin and end, you know. Finally, after a couple of, actually it took me a couple of hours to actually pull it out, which I haven't pulled it out all the way yet, but I just wanted to make this video. After I moved this up a little with a flathead, I pulled it enough apart from the rubber because I did not want to touch the rubber. After I slowly lifted up this aluminum piece here, or whatever you want to call it, I stuck in between here. I'll show you. This crowbar, and I took a heavy hammer, which is that hammer right there, and I just started banging away until it finally popped It's not easy, but it's possible. I hope this helps. And just do everything back in reverse. While you're there, you can change your brake pads since you got that out. I went ahead and bought my stabilizer links because I realized the boot is busted. And that's pretty much it.